Okay, so there's been some pretty big stuff that's happened since the last video. I believe the last video about the Javelin was getting the interior kind of gutted. There's so much crap in here, it's just unbelievable. I actually pulled out a mummified mouse, it looks like. I did a couple little things here and there, nothing too serious, but I want to give a little update on it. Let's see, this is the interior. Let me get some light here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. I get a slightly better, or at least brighter, drop light here. This is kind of what it looks like. The dash is pretty decent. I'm actually gonna go over it with some of the tough stuff cleaner, that foaming stuff that I got. That actually worked pretty well. I did the door frames, I don't know what the hell you call it. Door panels. You can see they're still pretty dirty. Like there's some residue. I don't even know what this crap is, but I cleaned it up pretty well. But the problem is it pulled off a lot of the paint or dye, whatever you want to call it, which really isn't a big problem because I kind of planned on redoing it anyways. Same thing with the console. It's just faded, different colors and all that crap. I just want to have a good surface to start with. So I'm working on that. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Started taking out some more of this sound deadening. It's just a factory sound deadening, just rubberized, spray on, roll on, crap, whatever that is. Anyways, that's gonna be a job in itself, but I need to get up all that stuff, kind of cleared up. I think I'm gonna get like a carpet or adhesive remover and kind of just spray it on here, let it sit. I still need to get the console out of there so I can actually get underneath it properly. One of the things I'm going to do in the somewhat near future is get these panels off of here. I'm going to paint them. Let me show you what I got for that really quick. So what I got for the interior is this SEM SEM, I don't know what it is, color coat, but it's a camel color, and actually the cap is somewhat accurate on the color for this. I tested it out on a piece of paper actually, and I'd say that this is pretty similar. So the whole thing will look a lot closer to this bottom color. This just faded out to be this weird, you know, gross brown. I'm trying to get something that's closer to the actual color of the dash here. It looks like it might be a little bit, it's really hard to tell. I kind of bad lighting over here. I'm parked underneath the loft, so it's kind of weird, but yeah. That's actually pretty damn close. It's not perfect, but you know, I didn't really expect it to be. So, moving on, I'll show you some of the stuff that I have sitting on standby. I kind of put like some of my extra parts up here in the loft, stuff I won't be really using. I totally forgot about this, but I bought a 360 and I was going to make a stroker out of it, 383. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that project just yet, but anyways, this Edelbrock came with the 360 that I bought, and Randy reminded me that I have this. It was sitting at Ivan's house in his garage. So I'm probably gonna use that, at least temporarily. It's only a 600 CFM, so it might be a little on the small side with what I'm wanting to do with the 401, but it'll work for now. Then I had to track down this bad boy. It's an Offenhauser 360, but this is technically a single plane, technically, I guess, but it has a little split design here. So this will actually work pretty good, I think, with my combo that I'm wanting to do. Supposedly has an RPM range of about 1800 all the way up to like, I don't know, 6,000, something like that. The real reason I got this is because it's lower than a lot of the other aftermarket intakes, and this should work with the cowl induction air cleaner that I have. So hopefully I can retain use of that with this intake. This was a little hard to find, but I found this one for a pretty good price. This was 250 bucks. It's all cleaned up and painted. It looks like brand new. So I feel like I got a pretty good deal on that. But I got some materials in here for the floor. I got some adhesive. I got some Scotch-Brite pads that I'm gonna be using to scuff up the interior panels. I got some sound deadener from Amazon, Silas, whatever. This is a sound deadener and heat reducer, heat shield, I guess you'd call it. Thermal shield, that's the words that they use. Sound deadener, thermal shield. So this stuff was actually pretty good. It was a good price for it. So I'm curious to see how well this works. It was only like 50 bucks for like 36 square feet, which is more than enough for the Javelin, or it should be at least. So can't wait to get that into the floor and everything. Took the old seats out. Oh, this carpet right here. This stuff is called Azite, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's just a really thin, flexible carpet. I ordered it online. I believe I got, it's 80 inches wide, and then you order it by the yard for how long you want it. And I got 4 yards of it. So like 3, 6, 9, 12 feet by 80 inches. So that should be more than enough for the interior. I was actually planning on doing some kind of like rear seat delete kind of thing for the time being. So I'll probably whip up something for that and then just carpet over the top of it. And then this thing right here, I got this off of eBay. It's a company called Tanaka. I got this tan color for obvious reasons. And well, I don't love the color match. I mean, these are faded, so these are obviously lighter than the interior is supposed to be. But yeah, this is a little dark. Yeah, that's, I don't know if you can tell the difference really. Let's get some light. So that's the difference. The seats like got more of a reddish hue to it, especially in the darker areas. That's kind of what I'm a little concerned with, but it'll still be miles ahead of how it currently is. It'll look a lot nicer. Oh, and that carpet is black. So I took out all the nasty old brown carpet, and the floor will just be black carpet now. And this is kind of like what I was talking about in the back here. So I'm gonna get something to fill that little area where the backrest used to be for the back seat. I'm gonna fill that in, and I'm just gonna have some kind of, yeah, I'll probably just put carpet over there. Like, it doesn't really have to be super fancy. I just wanna have it look decent for a while until I can have a more permanent solution for the interior. I just want it to look good, presentable, and not disgusting. So that's the main things I'm gonna be working on. That's kind of it for the update. We're actually getting some stuff moved out of here, storage-wise, so I'll have a little more room over here pretty soon. The big thing going on is gonna be, oh man, I need a light right over here. That'd be so nice. The 401 is gonna get pulled. We're gonna take this bad boy out. I'm kind of making a deadline for myself. I want to have this out and at the machine shop by the end of the month. It's July 2nd today. So I really want to get that out and bring it to the machine shop. I want to have them bore it, do all that stuff. Maybe I can get the pistons at the same time. I just want to get the ball rolling on that and then start figuring out what parts I need. You know, really start kind of like hammering down the plan. So we'll get that done, and then after that, I think that we'll kind of just go over what that plan actually is for the 401 and what that's gonna look like. But I want to do a few things while it's at the machine shop. You know, I got this air cleaner sitting here. Definitely needs some work. I could really benefit by having a sandblaster. I just need so much stuff sandblasted. You know, all the pulleys and all that, if I want to use that, that all needs to be sandblasted. There's like the radiator support, I guess you call it, on the top. That I need to just take that out, sandblast it. These support rails right here need to be taken out. there's just all kinds of stuff, like the shock tower mounts. I could take those and sandblast them. Like, I could make my money worth on a sandblaster and an air compressor. Definitely need an air compressor. Just the interior and the engine. I'm not gonna get overloaded with too much other stuff. I'm actually gonna have Ivan come over probably tomorrow sometime, maybe Randy also if he feels like it. And we're gonna kind of just go over this whole thing. We're gonna make kind of more of a game plan, and hopefully we can really just kind of start ripping it apart and making some progress on it.
Is it recording? Nah. I don't know. Where's it come from?
Okay, so here we are. We are back. We're doing stuff to the Javelin. I recorded a little bit yesterday. This is like the first real day that we're going to be doing anything, so we're pretty much just going to start disconnecting things, and we're going to see if we can get it pulled out. I got the engine hoist over there. One thing that we might get stuck on is the engine is stuck. Did you see what So the engine is stuck, and that's going to make it so we can't get to the the torque converter bolts. So that is probably going to end up coming out with the engine, which is probably going to make a mess. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully Ivan comes later with a pry bar so he can try to turn it, but I'm not getting my hopes up. So let's dig in. All right, so we made some good progress. We disconnected all the electrical stuff. Randy took off the carburetor, and I forgot the carburetor plate at my house, so this is at least going to be broken into a couple days. And I disconnected the exhaust on one side. I don't know if you can see anything under there, but I disconnected exhaust on one side, and the other side is just welded on there pretty much. And I don't have any power tools just yet, so I'm gonna let it soak with some penetrant overnight and hopefully get back to that. I think what's left, we have the kickdown linkage on the transmission that we got to disconnect still. That's over there. Yep, little thing that Randy's wiggling. And then the actual motor mounts, bell housing, bolts, and I think that's it. So whew, it's getting pretty close. We are both pretty dirty. Randy's shirt was white when he got here. All right, well, it's day 2 of getting the engine taken out. Randy came over yesterday, helped me out with a lot of stuff. Kind of just disassembling things, getting it ready to be removed. I spent like a good hour looking for the carburetor plate. Got the engine hoist over here. Now I have my engine stand back over here so I can actually put the 401 on it. Let's just do stuff. So I fought with the driver's side exhaust for a little bit. I'm sure I look beautiful right now. Oh yes, yes, yes. So I let this soak for a while to actually get this off. Nice and crusty. So the one thing that's really interesting is this. It looks really deliberate. This was the top side too, so it wasn't like smashed on the bottom. Is this factory? Did they actually do this from the factory? Because I mean, that is a somewhat significant reduction in exhaust size right here. All right, now it's time to start getting serious. Oh, Nikes. I need a swivel thingy. Well, that was a fail. I'm getting serious, dude. Okay, so little update. I got the car back down on the ground. I am missing a couple small things in order to actually disconnect the transmission from the engine. So I'm gonna get some of those tools and I'm going to regroup, come back and see what I can do. I thought that I had a lot more room to get to the bell housing bolts than I actually do. So I need a swivel to get up into there, and I'm also going to need to drop the back of the drive shaft down, and then probably like disconnect the transmission from the transmount and kind of like move it back a little bit with a jack under it so I can actually get way up into there and get those bolts loose. It's either that or I'm gonna need some extra help over here. I'm gonna just completely disconnect the drive shaft, transmission, everything, and I'm just gonna pull the whole thing out in one big piece. So I'm gonna get some stuff that I need, and I'm gonna try to come to a decision on what I wanna do. I can almost guarantee this transmission's gonna need to come out eventually. I just didn't really want to do that right at the beginning, but I mean, what else can I expect? This is an intense project, and it just needs everything. So I'm trying not to like let it bum me out much, but it's like I kind of expected it at the same time. So we've made a pretty big mess, but it's out. Oh my god, look at this.
Glad it ain't my shop.
Oh yeah. Well, that's it right there. The whole thing. I can start trying to figure out what we're gonna do with separating this. So we'll probably put it down on the ground and get on some cardboard or something. What I'd like to do is get this as ready as possible to bring to the machine shop. So we'll try to make some progress on that if we can. Actually, one of the next things is probably going to be rolling this out and just spraying it down. Get some of this dirt and transmission fluid and stuff off of it.
Get some of this nasty AMC off of it.
We need to christen it with some PBR. I got some in the office over there. Just pour some beer on it. Pour some PBR.
That's what the manufacturer Only old cars can you do this with.
Special feature. Alright, so the bell housing bolts are out. That's ready to get popped loose. I put a little bit of penetrant on the exhaust manifolds. Let's see if we have any luck with that. This is probably the first time this has ever been disconnected. I can almost guarantee it.
I know too, because the dipstick tube was still bolted up to the back of the head with a factory bolt. Nobody ever does that.
Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so I was getting tired. leaking sriracha sauce all over the place. Basically just put those top bolts in so we could get these bottom ones out. Forgot these.
Now we can move that down.
Alright. Going down.
Okay, now comes the fun part.
There's the converter.
There you go.
Nice. Hey,
Nice and bolted, solid, welded on, huh?
pretty much. It's all seized. We could try to pry the flex plate. Actually, what I was thinking about doing is popping the heads off and everything, and then
No, I would just undo the oil pan and pop the caps off. I don't know, it could be one thing.
yeah, maybe. Well, I guess either way, you're gonna have to do that anyways to get it ready for the machine shop.
I mean, we can get at the bolts, at least now, so.
That's half of it, so that's I feel like we're making progress at least. It's all cavernous in here. Okay, we got the converter off. Looks like it was painted originally, or maybe it's just residue. I don't know. We're gonna get the flex plate off now. It's definitely nice and locked up. Okay, it's on the stand. Now we can start taking off little pieces. Okay, well, we got most of the stuff off here. Had a little bit of trouble with some bolts in here. They're just corroded and not really wanting to fit sockets on them. But ready to pull the intake off, so let's do that. Heavy?
Don't need a pry bar.
This is the growing pile of, yeah, growing pile of it's the valley pan.
Let's get that off real quick.
Now we can see what it looks like.
Yeah!
I mean, besides the stuff that fell off in it, it actually looks pretty clean.
It ain't terrible considering the age, no. Not bad sludge.
Yeah, I mean, I think that 360 that I got at your, well, the one that's over there now, that was actually dirtier than this, I think. But you guys might be delighted to see this. It's pretty, this is the most disgusting engine I think I've ever personally taken apart. Look at all this sludge. Look at that. It's like, it's probably ring material, like piston ring material or something, and this is like carbon buildup. It's just, oh my gosh.
Pressure ratio like 6.5 to 1.
It is now. Can't really tell much, but looking at it just, yeah, I don't see any apparent damage right off the
No
bat.
holes in the top of the pistons that we can tell.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's cracked just yet, but then again, I put a bunch of like Marvel mystery oil and stuff in here to try to get it to soak and see if it would pop loose.
Understatement.
You can definitely feel a nice ridge at the top here. Like it's got some wear.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, God, it's such a disaster, man. Look at all this. Look at this. When we came here, when I started recording today, it was all nice in here. Then you come over. Then you come over.
shows up. And hold on, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, here, let's.
Well, it's not turned over very easy, does it?
I can grab your whole.
Oh yeah, you said the engine was locked up.
Oh, I was gonna grab. I was gonna grab this. Here. God. Disgusting. It's all that.
God, you can smell the marble oil.
It's all the engine
Love
gravy.
that shit.
It's like sand. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this is a All right. Okay, well, we're gonna take the oil pan off and we'll show you that. All right, getting ready to pop the oil pan off here. It's gonna say a lot right here. Oh my god.
There's some sludge.
Oh my god. I think maybe he wasn't so great at oil changes, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because, you know, it's been sitting forever. Oh god, it smells. Oh my god, look at that oil pickup. Is that a nut? Or just a chunk?
No, that is a spacer to space the pickup away from the oil pan.
Oh. What the heck?
That is nasty. That screen is plugged up.
Yep. Probably got disgusting and probably locked
Started
up.
of oil.
Yeah, just locked up from not changing the oil. Makes sense.
There you go, boys and girls.
Well, I'd say
Change your oil regularly, and your car will live forever.
So I'm assuming the bearings are probably completely effed from just not proper lubrication.
Yeah, more likely.
Okay, so my garage is pretty destroyed. Check it out. This is gonna be.
This is destroyed.
This is gonna be the thumbnail. I have a lot of cleaning to do. It's pretty damn sludgy as seen before, and we're getting ready to take these caps off. We're gonna check out some of these bearings. So, oh god, that just dripped down like a bunch of jelly. Yeah, I think I see. Yeah, there's copper. It's kind of hard to see the oil, but
Yeah, not the worst, but not the greatest bearing.
yeah, it's got some wear.
It's into the
It's in the
gone
copper.
into the copper.
Yeah, you can see the yellow, the orange, whatever.
the copper.
Yeah, you can see the copper.
The copper color.
The copper color of the copper. Ooh.
Again, pretty much the same like the other one.
Somebody didn't do
Number
oil
4.
changes as often as they should have. I mean, it doesn't look like.
It's not awful,
I was expecting
but
to be more catastrophic.
I was hoping it would be. It does also have different cork valve cover gaskets, so but somebody did some work on it. They took some time to put it right back proper,
Yeah.
except for oil changes.
Probably a dealership or something.
Dealership something like that.
American Motor Pride, Bobby.
Nope.
Okay, so I guess that's it pretty much until we get the balancer puller, right?
Yeah, to pull the crank out.
Yeah. And then we could do some other stuff.
Yeah,
but-
we can knock the caps loose and see if it'll rotate then.
I think I'm just gonna start cleaning up. This is making me really paranoid. Okay, it's been a long day. Ivan just took off. Look at this. Pretty disgusting looking compared to when we got here earlier. I am tired. We got the entire engine and transmission pulled out, or the rest of it at least. Oh my god. Yeah, we sprayed it down. Here's my crusty little transmission cross member. So we got it all washed up. As you can see, it's shiny and just looks brand new. Yeah, all right. There was a ton of dirt that came out around the windows and stuff. It's just, there's still like, you know, little grimy things coming out of here. But yeah, we cleaned up. I mean, that's the part that I'm happy about, is just getting a lot of that dirt out of the creases and stuff. So, you know, that'll slow down the rot a little bit. Got the transmission out. We got the engine out. This is still stuck. We got to actually kind of nudge just a little bit when we were messing with it, but sometime between now and next weekend, I'm probably just gonna play around with it and, you know, tap the pistons here and there, try to get the pistons to break free so we can actually get the bottom end taken apart. Oh yeah, there's another little thing I just want to show you guys. I'm not sure how familiar everybody is with AMCs, but they are 2-bolt mains, as you can see here. And look how thick the webbing is right here. This is like where the actual bolts go into the webbing. It's nice and thick. If you that's a 401. Now if you come over here, this is what a 360 looks like in the same spot. You can tell it's a lot less beefy. That's why you can do 4-bolt main conversions on a 401 and you can't do it on a 360. Anyways, I just thought that was a little interesting thing that I could show for a side-by-side comparison. We're gonna get this thing broken apart. It's gonna go to a machine shop by the end of the month. And then we can start figuring out what kind of pistons and all that good stuff it needs in it. So that concludes this part of the project car. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.